Wix is known as one of the simplest platforms to build a website. Whether you're trying to make an online store, a blog, or standard business website, overall it lives up to the vast majority of its promises, allowing you to choose a beautiful theme, add content, and market your site without any problems at all. In this video, we'll talk about how to build an entire website with Wix from start to finish. Let's get started. The process of building your website starts by going to Wix.com. On that page, you can view all sorts of information, such as the features that are offered, as well as the templates that they provide. But what we want to do is go to the Get Started button right here. So you can just click on that. That brings you to a new page where you can log in with a previously created account, or you can click on this Sign Up button right here that would allow you to type in your email, password, create a password, as well as log in or create an account with a previously created Google or Facebook account. After you click on the Sign Up button, Wix brings you to a setup wizard, so we can start by clicking the Get Started button. Then type in what kind of website you're creating. So for example, you can type in an online store, or you can choose portfolio, or a blog, or consultant, or any type of website that they have listed here, or you can type in your own keywords. So we're going to go with online store on this one here and click on next. The next page welcomes you to Wix e-commerce and tells you about all the features such as selling online, managing your business, and growing your business. For that, we can click the next button. And then of course you want to type in the name of your online store. So for this example, we're going to type in Clark's Shoe Store, and then we'll click on next. They'll also ask you, are you currently selling? If you're already selling, that's great. But it's also perfectly fine if you're just getting started, or if you're even just thinking about creating your current online store. So we're going to say I'm ready to start, but it doesn't really matter. That's mainly Wix just trying to figure out what types of customers they have. And then you can also choose how many products you plan on opening with your online store. And it's, again, totally fine to start small and then build up from there. So we're going to go with 1 through 9. Next up, we have what do you need to run your online store? You could choose shipping labels and rates, automated sales tax, abandoned cart recovery, email marketing, Facebook and Instagram ads, as well as product subscriptions. If you don't need all of that, that's fine. You can uncheck them. But for now, we're just going to check them all so we can get an idea of what's actually built in once they launch the dashboard. And next we have how many people will help manage your online store. You can give permission to multiple accounts. So for us, we're just going to do just me. But if you have a business partner or anything like that, you can add multiple accounts to your Wix store. This part is particularly important because it's asking you what extra features you want to add to your website. So you can go for an online store, you can go for a chat, forms, a forum, anything like that. And there's all sorts of extras such as a blog. Maybe you want to have an events calendar or bookings or an Instagram feed. So we'll just grab a few of those and then we can move forward. We'll add some forms, and we don't need a form right now, but it's nice to see that you have that option. And then once you're done, you can click on the next button and move forward. So we'll rush through the rest of this, but this is another important part where you can actually let the Wix ADI create a website for you. So that's artificial intelligence, and they'll just ask you a few extra questions to get a website fully designed for you, branded, ready to go for whatever industry you want. Or you can choose from a template, and we want to actually look at these just to show you exactly how many templates Wix has available. And one of the reasons I really like the templates from Wix is because they have them nicely organized here. So you can go to business services or a store or creative. And you can choose everything from like events and portraits to music and personal and portfolios. So for our example right here, we're going to go with an online store. And then, of course, you would scroll through and look through whatever industry you would like to sell for. For this example, we've actually created a shoe store. So we would probably do something like fashion and clothing. That would be suitable. And then that would narrow everything down to all sorts of templates here. And as you can see, there's still additional filters. So we can always change it to jewelry and accessories, or arts and crafts, or home and decor. But I'm going to take a look at these, and you can always view one of these templates to really absorb what it looks like and see if it's something that might work for your business. And then of course you can scroll down and click through the template and add it to your site. But if you don't want to add that template, then you could always just go back and start from the beginning and choose a new template. After exploring some of the templates, I would definitely recommend clicking on View for quite a few of them to see if they have all the features you need. Then you would choose one. So for that, you can either click on the Edit or you can click View and then Edit on your website. So we'll go to this t-shirt, or actually the clothing store looks nice. It's nice and simple, and then it allows us to put other types of products in there. And keep in mind that it doesn't matter if they say this is a t-shirt store. You could always, if you like that design, you could always put different products in there. And it doesn't even have to be apparel products. You could throw electronics or sports and outdoors products into that t-shirt store if it's suitable for your brand. But for now, we're going to go with the clothing store, and for that you would click on Edit. Now this is where things get really fun, really interesting with Wix, because they send you directly to their online website editor. It's a full drag and drop visual editor. It's one of the best in the business, and it's really perfect for beginners who have never developed a website before, because you could click on anything. You can click on this text and edit it. You can click on these menu items and you can edit those. And you can click on this header or an image and change it up. So there's all sorts of options available, and you can see it all as you design your website. Furthermore, Wix has all sorts of buttons on the left-hand side. So you could click on something like Add Elements, and that would allow you to add something like text or images or buttons or strips or boxes or galleries. They have a very long list, and then you could add sections as well. You could add menus and pages, mess with your site design, add apps, and mess with media, as well as your blog, your store, and your bookings, or whatever extra features that you added to your Wix site. So where do you go from there? Well, you can start by just using the drag and drop editor to add your own content. So for example, we could go to the header here and type in our own, such as Mark's shoes. And then you can change things like heading sizes, or you can drag and drop the actual width and height of the header text image right here. You could also add a logo or adjust your horizontal menu by clicking on it right from the drag and drop editor. But one of our recommendations for managing a Wix site is to actually go to the dashboard first. And to do that, you would go all the way up to the Wix logo at the top, and that offers a Go to Dashboard button. So click on that, and then it'll bring you directly to your dashboard. And what's great about this is they actually give you multiple steps on how to build your website. So you can see you're currently on the free plan. Eventually you'll have to get a paid plan unless you plan on using one of the subdomains from Wix. As you can see here, Wix gives every single customer a Wix subdomain. So that might be used for something like a personal blog or something that's not particularly for a business. And that's fine. But if you're running a business, you're going to have to, or you should, get an actual domain name. So ideally, the first step is to add your first product. And you can either walk through these steps here, or you could go to the store products on the side and use the actual menu from the dashboard. As you can see, there's other options such as orders, gift cards, blog posts, but we will click on the Add Product button to get started. What's cool about the Wix themes is they already have pre-populated content. So we're making an online store here. And it's nice. We can already see, they have Lola pants, tote bags, and everything with pricing as well as images and everything you need to create a product. So this gives you kind of clues as to how to build your own product. What will you need, such as collections. You might want to promote it or type in product information or pricing, all that stuff right there. But when it comes down to it, what you're going to have to do is actually click on the new product button. And it's nice because Wix allows you to sell digital files as well as physical files as well. For right now, we're going to do the physical product, and we would start by naming our product here. And then we could also add images, videos, and then of course you want to make sure that you show the product on your online store. Now this isn't always set by default, but usually whenever I've made a Wix.com website, the new products that you add will actually have that checked off, but you just want to double check. And then you can add something to a collection. So if you wanted to add featured items or create a collection, for example, shoes, that would go well with this particular product. And then of course we could type in product info as well as a ribbon, and any other extra info you could add can be incorporated with an extra info section. So of course you want to get more specific with your description and name. It definitely helps to optimize them all for SEO. It's certainly something that you will want to do. But for our example, we'll just make it simple, and then of course we'll type in pricing. So we'll go with a $60 pair of shoes, and you can set anything from a sale to an option to show your price per unit, and you can manage all sorts of other options in your pricing section. And we could set up custom text fields, product options, and those are great because it would be something like setting different sizes or weights or colors for your products. So for this particular product option, we're going to add size, and then we can type in anything like 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, since we're working with shoes. And then once you click on that and add the product options, those will show up on the page so that people can select the different sizes. And to finish it off, I just want to show you that you can quickly add images, which is great because Wix actually has media uploaded already, so you could search for something that might correlate to your products, or you can go to Shutterstock or Unsplash, or of course you can click on the upload media button to upload your own product images that you took yourself. And once you get those images uploaded, Wix offers options for cropping and editing, adjusting. You can create a video and cut something out, as well as adding tags or metadata to those images to help with SEO. So then we'll add those to the page, and they will show up individually, so you can go back in and add them all one by one. So obviously there's a lot to be unpacked here. You're going to have to walk through every single one of these features on a product page one by one. Do you want to create coupons? Do you want to promote this product? Would you like to edit the SEO settings? But at the end of the day, once you're complete with all of that, you can click on the Save button so that it actually gets placed into your online store. And then that will end you up at your list of products. These were the demo products from before, but now we have our really cool shoes. There's an inventory of 1,000. There's a price of $60. And then we can look to the front page, the front end of the website, to see if they're actually being presented. And if there's any point where you actually want to see your results on the front end side of your website, there's two things you have to do. First, you should jump back to the drag and drop editor, and you'll have to click on this publish button in the far upper right hand corner. So we can click on publish, and that will publish it to your temporary wixsite.com subdomain, and that will give you the option to view the site. But once you have it published, you could always go back to the dashboard, click on this home button, and then the domain name is always sitting right there, so you can click on that and it will open a new tab to see the front end. And what's cool about Wix is that once you get that product on there, so as you can see, we have the product now listed on the e-commerce website. It will actually create a collection for most of those products. So if we go back to the store products, I'm not sure if you noticed, but there are collections for every single one of them. And those are simply groups of products that make it easier to organize everything on your website. And most of the Wix themes have a feature items collection. And what that will do will actually place a group of featured products on the home page to make them easily accessible for customers. So definitely make sure that you have a featured items section on your homepage, and then we can click through and see the actual product page with everything from the title to the pricing, and then these were the variants that we created before. So a customer could choose a size 10, select their quantity, and then add it to their cart. But just to test it out, adding this to the cart, this is the classic Wix slide out cart button, and they can click on view cart and then go to checkout. And of course right now we can't accept online orders, but I will show you how to convert or otherwise transfer your website to make sure that you can accept online orders and process payments. The two other primary objectives here are to get your payment method set up as well as connect a custom domain, and then you want to purchase one of the pricing plans from Wix so that you can actually launch your website. So we can go to set up payment methods on the dashboard, and that brings us to a section where we can accept credit cards with Wix, PayPal, manual payments. Those are all options. By far the easiest one is to go with accept credit cards and debit cards with Wix. Now that allows you to process credit cards, everything from Apple Pay to alternative payment methods. So you would click on that connect button and then make sure that you read through all this information, because you don't want to be selling something that's not allowed on Wix or through the payment processor. After that, click on the continue button and then select how customers can pay through your online store. The most traditional one is to go with credit and debit cards, but you can also choose Apple Pay and the Wix point of sale if you happen to be accepting in-person payment. With all that done, click on the continue button, and then it will tell you Wix Payments is all connected. It's time to upgrade your site. Now that's a little deceptive because Wix Payments isn't actually completely connected. You will have to type in your bank account information and actually verify your personal information. And that can be viewed in the Accept Payments module, where it says you must complete your account setup. And most of that, like I said, is going to be personal information. They want to verify who you are. So as you can see, we have all sorts of fields here, like individual sole proprietor, or are you a partnership? You can type in your first and last name as well as social security, and then they will ask for you to upload a photo ID. Type in your business description, your address, and then the account details. That's going to be from your bank account. So you want your routing number and your account number so that when a customer comes to your site, purchases something, you actually get paid. So Wix will send the payment to you minus the transaction fee for the payment processor. Finally, you would accept the terms and conditions for Wix and then click on the submit button. Okay, so once you have the payment processor all configured, it's very important to connect a custom domain. Like I mentioned before, there's no reason if you're an actual business to be messing with subdomains. So for this part, you would go to the connect domain button. So we can click on that. And it's great because Wix offers everything all in one, from hosting to domain names to the themes that you choose for your website. So just like everything else, the domain names, you purchase it right through Wix. So you can type in something like myamazingwebsite.com, and then you click Let's Go. Then just like every domain register that you go to, like GoDaddy or anything like that, it will list the options that you have available. So are these domain names actually possible to purchase? So for example, we have myamazingwebsite.net. It says that's the most popular ending. You can get that, or you can do .com. And that's obviously different than what I typed in before. And actually it seems as if myamazingwebsite.com is taken. So what you could do is try a different domain name or use an alternative like .net. And then once you have found the perfect domain name, you would click on Get It and then Upgrade Now. So this is all done in the same process. You would purchase a Wix.com payment plan, and that's a monthly plan for everything from hosting to the website builder, and then you would also purchase your domain name. So this is great because we can just click on upgrade now, and then that brings you to all the plans. And it totally depends on what you are trying to achieve with your website. We typically recommend starting in the website plan section where they have the lowest priced options. So you can go to unlimited, pro, VIP, or combo. Goes anywhere from $11 a month to roughly $22 a month. And then you scroll down and you definitely want to check out all the features like, do you get a professional logo? Can you remove the Wix ads? So actually for the website plan area, this is mainly for a standard business website. So if you had a retail store and you had no reason to have an online store, like it's just a local business, then this is where you could go with the website plans. It's also great for portfolios and blogs and things like that. But if you wanted to create an online store, we highly recommend going to the business and e-commerce plans. Now they're roughly the same pricing. It's a little bit higher for some of them like business VIP and business basic, but you'll notice that when you scroll down, they actually have e-commerce platform settings and features. So, for example, you get unlimited products with all of these plans. You also get abandoned cart recovery, subscriptions, multiple currencies, automated sales tax, advanced shipping, and much more. And it's all for what looks like the price of about $30. And you can save a bit by going for the yearly subscription where you would be billed every single year for the entire year, or you can just go for the monthly subscription as well. And then, of course, instead of this upgrade button up here, you'll see a publish button. So you can publish it for the entire world to see. And then you can always go back in here and adjust elements such as the menu items, or you can go to add media, or you can mess with your blog and create a blog post. So this is obviously, a website is something that you will be managing on a regular basis. It's not something you just let sit. And it's good to have someone, whether it's one of your employees or a freelance developer who works on your website from time to time, whether it's adding products, processing those products, or creating blog posts like we have right here. Overall, we hope this step-by-step guide helps you build your website with confidence on Wix.com. And if you have any questions at all, please leave us a note in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to our page. Thanks.